Previously on 24 Station Street.
What is your name? It doesn't matter what your name is!
And at that point, I'm starting to say, fuck The Rock, you know? I went out of my way to do the stuff for him, and I felt I'm being blown off.
It's D'Lo Brown. D'Lo, welcome into the studio. Welcome to the podcast.
What on earth is this?
Matt
I
Tavern?
was told by my agent that they needed the guy with the best frog splash in the entire world. Did you assume that was D'Lo Brown?
Yes, I did.
That was alright.
Oh my god, I'm nervous now. Oh my god, dude. Wow, oh my god. Oh my god, look at this going on here, dude. Let me check with Chris Scott, he's downstairs, okay? Hold on 1 second.
We just got down to Station Street. I had to see what's going on. It's crazy. People are fighting. It's practically playing in the hotel.
You safe here? I think I have an idea.
Let's go.
Bar wisdom, Station Street, Chattanooga, wrestling raps, hip hop mania, whole team strong. Shout out Sahadi, JG, big ups.
Buy the ticket! Take the ride!
Are we safe here, guys? You sure? God. What's that?
Oh,
You hear
shit!
that? Oh!
Do you realize that fluoridation is the most monstrously conceived and dangerous communist plot we have ever had to face?
That's good. We're safe here.
Oh my God.
We're safe. I promise we're not.
Hold up. Isn't this the place we're just at?
No, it's a replica. Looks just like it. It's in the basement. We're secure.
Okay, let's go. Yo, get out.
Go and play a dead game, soldier.
Let's show tonight that we are forged in fucking excellence, and we're fucking here. Let's go!
I should drink.
You gonna stop using my voice, you cheap wannabe? Never! Fine, then I'll come in and get it.
Eddie Vedder's attempting to rip out Scott Stapp's larynx with his bare hand. And Stapp bites Vedder's hand clean off.
But also a toast.
That was rough.
Yeah, very rough, yeah, dude. Hey, you know what? Let's just catch our breath, take a moment, and let's go to commercial break.
Good idea. Yeah.
If you don't want to speak it, say it on your shirt. Bar Wisdom presents an irreverent collection of bold teas that are witty, wry, and sometimes offensive. But you don't care. Go to barwisdom.co and click on apparel to see our unique collection of t-shirts, caps, and more. Oh, and there's even a Bar Wisdom book, too. Be bold. Be you. Get your merch today. barwisdom.co.
Guys, now that things are calm again, let's get back to what our show's about. It's about wrestling and having fun times.
I think we should go to one of your behind-the-scenes segments right now from a wrestling video you shot.
I have the perfect one to show right now. It involves a famous celebrity. Roll the tape.
The location is a very famous house, but we can't tell you what house it is, otherwise we will legally get sued. But I think when you see the house, you'll recognize what house this movie was in.
You don't want to look at the lady in the window, and you certainly don't want to take a shower here.
The premise of the commercial is Halloween night, and a bunch of trick-or-treaters are coming to this very scary haunted type house.
Trick or treat, it's just smell what the rock is cooking.
Is there a monster or a gremlin inside? Yes. When they open the door, they find out that it's Pete Rose, who is the homeowner.
Beat it, jabroni.
We had all the top superstars of the WWE portrayed in the spot.
Halloween is Jericho.
Trick or treat, brother.
Can you dig it, sucker?
You're the sucker.
Pete, being the congenial gentleman that he is, throws them all out of his house until Kane shows up. Hi, Pete.
All of a sudden the door opens and it's Kane. And I'm beside myself. No, oh please, not this guy again.
Pete and I go way back.
Pete Rose just got tombstone! Another tombstone to Pete Rose! And there's Pete Rose of all that! Pete Rose! There's Pete Rose! Pete Rose just got chokeslammed!
Of course Pete Rose is scared of me. Let me put it a better way. Pete Rose better be scared of me.
Seeing Kane, I have to give him that, oh my God, not again. It's all in a reaction. It's showbiz. Not you again.
Trick or treat!
Kane is pretty aggressive. And even when he grabs my neck, he hits my neck hard.
Trick or treat! Trick or treat! Trick or treat!
Wait a minute, hey, he hit my neck real hard. You know, it's not a love tap, but it's part of the deal. It's part of the show, and I'll survive it.
Kane did not actually deliver the entire chokeslam to Pete Rose.
And the magic of editing, Pete Rose never actually hits the ground or never actually gets thumped through the pumpkins.
Action! Looks like the trick's on you, Pete.
It's fortunate for Pete that he didn't get chokeslammed again. It gets sort of redundant. I'm actually starting to feel sort of sorry for the guy.
Not you again. Who's a better actor, me or Kane? He's not even a close second. All he's got to do is pick me up and throw me down. I have to do all the lines. Take a hike. Nothing for you. It's true. It's true. Scram! I had to say 50 times more than he did.
He had 50 times more lines than I did.
Trick or treat!
He also hit a lot of singles, but every time I step up, I hit a home run. So that makes me the better actor.
Are you a big fan of Eddie Edwards?
Absolutely. He's a multi-time world champion, bro.
All right, well, check this out. Beyond the Squared Circle.
Let's do it.
Welcome everybody to Beyond the Squared Circle, where we interview an array guest. Right now, I want to bring in Eddie the Eagle. How you doing, Eddie the Eagle? You famous Olympian and ski jumper?
Sorry, who are you talking to?
Dude, I Googled your name, Eddie Edwards, and what first came up was
this
Eddie the
is-
Eagle. He's
no.
an Olympian ski jumper.
This is Eddie Edwards. This is the one and only Eddie Edwards now.
Then we got to change Wikipedia because this old dude comes up before you do, Eddie.
I understand that, winning an Olympic gold medal is impressive, I guess. Jeez,
Yeah.
who has he ever beat? That's my question.
Well, he's old and he's not cool, unlike you, who's very fucking cool.
Come
So,
on.
for those that don't know, Eddie Edwards is a two-time TNA World Champion, a two-time X Division Champion, a TNA Tag Team Champion, Ring of Honor former champion, ROH and Argo TV Champion. Eddie, what am I missing as far as accolades are concerned?
A GHT heavyweight champion from Pro Wrestling Noah, the first foreigner to hold that belt.
You know what? I think Eddie the Eagle, that British guy, I think he erased that purposely.
He probably did. He's jealous. And
He's
I get
jealous.
it. I wish I could ski jump. So, I get it. Eddie the Eagle. No heat here, brother. We get it.
What you do is much more difficult. Eddie, your greatest highlight was in TNA wrestling.
It's tough when people ask that question. I think there's different goals along the way, and then there's different moments along the way. When me and Davey first went to TNA, and we were able to do tag matches with the Hardys and Team 3D, come from ROH to work tag teams of that caliber and have the series of matches that we had, ladder matches, TLC matches, table matches, to be able to be thrown into the deep end and not only survived, but I felt like we succeeded. That was a big accomplishment for myself and for Davey as a team. And of course, the first time winning that heavyweight, that world championship, beating Bobby Lashley, because there's times in everybody's career, there's some downs where you don't know if you're ever going to get that opportunity. You don't know if you're going to get that shot to become, the face of the company, become the world champion. And for a while, I didn't know if that would happen, and then all of a sudden, I'm pinning a freak like Bobby Lashley, an absolute menace that he is. I'm beating Bobby Lashley in that ring to win that world championship. That is a goal that I've had. I think everybody gets into this business because they want to be the world champion. They want to be the face of the company. And that was the first time I got the taste of, all right, now I am the champion. Now I am the man at the top of the mountain, and I'm waving that flag for TNA, and I represent TNA, and that's something I was really proud of.
Yeah. In a lot of ways, you're like the Undertaker. Do you know how? You are the locker room leader still, and to this day. I remember the first time I worked with you, Eddie. It was an entrance we were doing, and you called me over. I didn't know you. You didn't really know me, except that I was a director. And you said, "Can we put a camera right here, so that when I come walking on down, I can point at it?" And I'm like, I like this guy because he's thinking of something creative and something different.
Yeah.
And right from the get-go, Eddie, I loved you as a performer. We became friends over the years. We've hung out many times, but right from the get-go, I loved you as a performer.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That means a lot.
Tell me hate to say this, but the lowest moments in your career.
Lowest moment. There's been, I'm going to go with an injury. While I was at TNA, I broke my heel. It was while me and Davey were actually having a singles match against each other, and we were actually the tag team champions. And I did a move off the apron to the floor, and I broke my heel. And going to the hospital that night, where the first, thing that the doctor said after getting, well, not even, it was before the x-ray. So the doctor pulls me in, and he's like, well, you have a broken heel. And then they take the x-ray. He's like, okay, it doesn't look good. It's split in half. You won't be able to wrestle again. I don't know if you'll be able to walk normal again. That was the first thing he said to me.
Wow.
And that's the first thing he said. And I'm like, all these emotions, like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do with my life? What's going to happen? What am I going to do? And then, a couple hours later, the other doctor comes in. Oh, it's fine. It'll heal out on your own. You're good to fly home. And it's like, how can it be that different? But hearing that, where I had to contemplate my whole life, all the choices I made, that was pretty shocking, and it was very scary.
I bet. You've wrestled Sami Callihan many times. What's the worst thing he's done to you?
Off the top of my head, literally off the top of my face, I'd say it'd be a baseball bat to the face.
Yes.
A metal bat. In case people didn't know, a metal bat to the face does not feel good.
Oh, no. And what happened?
So that, we know pro wrestling shit happens. It's not ballet, as they say. You had the chair on me. He went to swing. Chair moved, and he caught my face right here. He broke my orbital and broke my nose.
And I knew that answer, but what I wanted to say was that directing that show, not knowing Sami, then knowing you, when that happened, I said, Sami's the biggest douchebag there is. That's my friend. He did it purposely. I really do think he did that purposely, or did while I was directing that show. And I couldn't stand the guy. I love him now, but I couldn't stand the guy at the time.
I got a lot of texts, and a lot of people were pretty upset that happened. And me and Sam, we've been friends for a long time. So I'm like, guys, I swear it was an accident. I know, shit happens, and he felt. Going back, if you watch the clip, you see the look on his face. It's almost as bad as mine, where he's like, he does the pose after doing it, and he's like, what just happened? He knew, and he felt so bad, man. And I've been on the other end where I broke somebody's leg by accident. We're doing a move off the top, and just the way our legs landed, Bobby Fish, actually, he broke his leg, and I felt, it was like I'd rather be the one breaking my leg than breaking somebody else's. So I felt bad for Sammy because I know how bad it feels to be on that side of it.
Yeah, I know you do. But again, at that time, like, that's my friend Eddie. You just fucked him up. I hate you, Sammy. Who is Eddie Edwards, the person?
I think outside the ring, I'm, you would know this. I'm an easygoing guy. I'm very much at this point in my life and my career, I'm a family man. I have my daughter, I have my wife. Outside the ring, I like to. I think a lot of wrestlers, myself included, can be very focused and very obsessive about professional wrestling, and I am very much that. So when I'm outside of wrestling, outside of work, I try to shut it off, because if not, I will drive myself crazy. And I'm sure you're like this, watching the shows that you directed. If I can't watch my own matches because I will pick it apart and I will drive myself crazy. So I go out of my way when I'm away from work. I'm in the moment at home. I'm easygoing. I'm fun loving. I'm fun loving. I'm goofy with my daughter. Like, that's my favorite thing to do. So outside the ring, it's very different than I am inside the ring and around work in general.
Yeah. There was this one time in Canada when you came to my hotel room and you wanted a beer, and I didn't have beer. I had vodka. And you punched me. Why did you do that?
Well, there's a thing, I consider you a brother, okay?
Yeah.
And guess what? Brothers fight, my friend.
Yeah,
Brothers
yes.
fight, family fights. And, the fight besides the point, I thought you would know me better. You invite me to your room to hang out and have a drink. What do I like to drink? I like to have a beer after a night of work, and you didn't do that.
No.
Okay? And I'm sorry for the violence that ensued. I apologize for that. And I've apologized numerous times since, but you won't let me live it down, apparently.
No, I won't. And
I'm sorry. Again.
You said at the end of the video, delete that shit. And guess what? I didn't, and I just aired it during this podcast.
Okay.
So
Good.
I hope you're okay with me.
Great.
Yeah, that's fine.
Great. No, it's fine. No, good. Great.
You sure?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. To everybody out there who are watching this and listening, I truly love Eddie Edwards. He's a great guy, a great friend, and I think a phenomenal performer. Eddie, thank you for spending some time with us.
Thank you.
24 Station Street.
Thank you, Sahadi the Body. You are the best, man. I appreciate you always.
You're too kind. Appreciate you, brother. We'll talk soon. Love you too.
See ya.
Bye.
The black flag of darkness looms overhead.
Mad Cool Kruger gets an MLW World Title match.
This is total destruction. This is brutal warfare.
Mad Cool Kruger wields a great degree of power.
The wrath of the countrymen will be unleashed on the filthy bros. Every punch breaks willpower. Every blow tests resolve. Every second brings them closer to the end.
This is insanity. This is lunacy.
This isn't your typical battle. This is a battlefield of brutality.
You want a war? Well, the filthy bros are ready.
MLW Wrestling presents Intimidation Games. March 8th, free on YouTube.
Here, my man. How did you get your start in TV?
Dude, it was my daddy. I graduated with a degree in math. Had no idea what I wanted to do in life. Math taught me nothing, but being in life taught me everything about life. So there were two things I loved doing when I was a kid growing up. One was watching TV, one was sports. My dad got me a job at NBC Sports. So I'm doing TV and I'm doing sports, and I love the Jets, so I was assigned to do all the Jet games at first. But my dad got me that start. And because I loved what I was doing, I excelled really quickly and rose very fast. And here's one thing I tell people that don't know what they want to do. Just find your passion in life, whatever brings you joy, and just get an entry-level job somewhere in that business, because you'll love what you're doing and you'll really advance fast.
Is it true that your father drafted O.J. Simpson in 1969?
John, it is true, and I had a feeling you would ask that question, so I have two pictures here. This is a silhouette of my dad drafting O.J. Wow. And this is another picture of him. So he was representing Buffalo Bills. They were in Buffalo at their headquarters. They called my dad the night before to them, went over all Pake and said, Lou, we're drafting O.J. Simpson. Make sure you're on time. Be there. Don't fuck this up. So my dad was afraid that he would not wake up in time. He set 3 alarms. He kicked my 7-year-old sister out of her bed so he can sleep in her bed and not be next to my mom. And he got there on time. Yeah, he made all these signs and posters. But yeah, my father drafted O.J. Simpson.
Heck yeah. So we got a lot of mention of the Jets.
Yes.
Is that your favorite team?
Favorite team because my father, he was a Jets fan.
Okay.
And I got a great story to tell you about my daddy. He was friends with Joe Namath.
Whoa!
Yeah, and because he was the only sports writer that was allowed on the field during the Super Bowl. Nobody else was.
Boss.
Yes, he was also writing a book about him called The Long Pass, which I have back there on my bookshelf. But there was one moment in the third quarter when Joe Namath hit his hand on the shoulder pad of Mike Curtis. It was a second down. He had to come off. He's shaking his hand, and the sending bait for the backup quarterback. And every Jet players on the sideline think they convert that third down and make it first down. So Joe Namath is back there, doesn't see anybody throw it to him. He goes, Lou, go back up 10 yards. He fired my dad 6 footballs. My dad caught them all. The first one knocked the wind out of him. How does Namath look? And he goes, he can't be doing too well because Sahadi hasn't dropped one yet. They had no idea the bruises my dad had and the pain and all that. Yeah.
Oh man, that sounds awesome. What a story.
Yeah.
Man, he's a legend.
My dad lived a legendary life. He lived a life in the shadow of celebrity.
See, had the #1 celebrity as your father.
I didn't realize that at the time, but yeah, looking back on it, especially writing that book, because I was reading all of his books that he wrote, I didn't realize what a big star he was. He was famous. And to me, he was just my father. And it was just like, one great thing about writing that book was that I learned how beloved he was by so many people.
I only have one more question, really. Sure. And it's only because just a little bit of me is just curious about this. The mention of OJ before, of course. I don't want you to go into any of the controversy, but just what was OJ like to you, from you?
Well, as far as controversy is concerned, I don't really know. And to me, it doesn't matter because I worked with OJ at NBC on the set. And OJ and I became friends. I would have drinks with OJ downstairs at Hurley's bar, when the show was over. Wow. I would want to date a girl, and OJ would either call her for me or autograph a photo and send it to her, saying something like, dump this guy Sahadi, you need to hang out with the juice. And he was such a great guy and a great friend, and whether he did it or not, it doesn't matter to me. When he died, when he passed a year ago, or less than a year ago, people were happy, because he might have been guilty, but they were happy for that. I was sad because he was a friend. I saw him as a friend that died. I didn't see him as a possible murderer. So I don't even go into that controversy because I don't want to, because I treat people the way they treated me, and he treated me like his best friend.
Thank you for your perspective. Thank you for your time. Again, I can't tell you how much. Thank you for this. Are we supposed to be doing something?
Oh shit!
My orders are for this base to be sealed tight, and that's what I mean to do. Seal it tight.
What are we doing?
I want all privately owned radios to be immediately impounded.
Yes, sir.
They might be used to issue instructions to saboteurs.